New Year, Swara. Lovely to see you. So what's your non-resolution for 2021?
Oh my God. My non-resolution is to be a pain in everyone's ass. I'm like, I'm gonna be a brat this year. And I told my parents this, and they're like, "To matlab abhi tak you don't think you're a brat yet? You think you're not a pain in our ass?" I was like, "Wow, this is a nice family conversation." No, my resolution this year is or my non-resolution is to and it's really been something I failed at for years, is to be able to sleep on time and wake up on time. Like I sleep
Really?
at like 5 in the morning and I wake up at like noon. Like if you ever call me before 12, I will never answer the phone because I am asleep.
My God, you and Shah Rukh Khan, your favorite
Oh,
schedules seem to be the same.
yes. Oh God,
So
yeah.
maybe you can be 4 a.m. friends.
शाहरुख सर तो मुझे लगता है उससे भी कम सोते हैं. शाहरुख सर तो मुझे लगता है 2-3 घंटे सोते हैं. वो बिल्कुल नहीं सोते हैं.
And the man
See,
is so
I get
active.
my full 8 hours, but I get it at like so half the day is gone. I've never seen a sunrise in my life, I think.
Maybe you should try doing that. It's very good, actually. It
Yeah.
seems to be the new mantra for 2021. But anyways, 2021, you're all set to spook us all. So are you the kind who likes to get spooked, or do you, gets spooked, or do you like to spook people?
No, I'd like to do no such thing. I am a very, as I said, that, I am a highly peaceable and peace loving person. I don't like to harass people, and I certainly don't like to scare people, and I do not like getting scared myself, and I get scared very easily. Like literally, if I'm sitting here and somebody goes, and I'll be like, that, like, it's so weird. Like sometimes when I'm sleeping and like in the afternoon or something, I'm not expecting someone to wake me up, and somebody wakes me up, I'll be like, and my parents are like, hello, it's us. Like, what? So I'm a big darpoke. But yeah, I think that the nice thing about this Aapke Kamre Mein Koi Rehta Hai, which is on MX Player soon, is that it's actually a very fun, spooky story. Like it's spooky, but it's really fun, and it's got a lot of I think what's nice about it is that it has it's not so much about horror and ghosts as it is about friendship and about four idiot friends. And I think that the relatability factor of this whole content is very high. And I think that that's why I end up doing it. That's why I'm not a fan of horror as a genre. But it seemed so much fun that I was like, no, this is fun. This is edgy. This is quirky. We should do this.
Awesome. So, I mean, from 2020 to now 2021, you have given us various characters, played, done different genres. So, what would happen if Raspberry, Beanie, and Radha and Mausam were to meet?
Oh boy.
What would happen?
Well, I think that Raspberry would teach them a thing or two. For sure. I think that I think Radha would have no patience for any of them. I think Radha would be the first one to leave, that would get her drink and get out of there. I think that Beanie would be observing everyone and trying to find jokes. And I think that Mausam, because Mausam actually is hiding a secret, would be sort of having to struggle the most to keep that secret hidden from all of those people. So yeah. So I think that it would be a weird get together.
But it would be fun, and
it would be fun. Yeah, I know.
You're playing Mausam. Exactly. So you're playing Mausam. What attracted you to that? Is it something you haven't done before?
Yeah, it's something I haven't done before, because I think that what happens, as you have seen in the trailer, Mausam is the character who in this show gets possessed, or it seems that she's got possessed. And that is something I have done a horror film, but that was a very typical Bollywood horror flick, which was Machli Jal Ki Rani Hai. So I have done the possessed thing, but I've never done the possessed thing in a funny way and in such a realistic way, which is not, getting into all all that like stuff, but which is kind of keeping it a little more believable, a little more real. And as I said, that I think the nicest thing about Mausam's character is that, especially, and she's more fun when she's in that possessed state, is that that and the script in general never loses its sense of mirth. and never loses that sense of a smile. So I mean, I don't think it's a slapstick comedy. It's not like a haha comedy, but I think that it's the kind of show that'll kind of always keep a smile on your face, or and like it's that it brings a smile to your face. So I think that that's what is also very nice about Mausam's character, is that horror seems like such an intense genre, but it's just dealt with so lightly, and I like that a lot.
And we are seeing a lot of horror comedies these days because, anyways, the situation around us is anyways horrific. So it's nice to give,
might as well crack a joke.
Exactly. So if you were to meet a ghost and, could, just create one in front of you, whose ghost would you want? If you could call upon a ghost or a spirit.
God, I would call upon... I really would not call upon ghosts and spirits, but if I could...
But if you were to come across one?
I'd call upon... I don't know. I suppose I would... who should I call? The ghost of... I was about to say, but I'll get in trouble for saying this. I would call upon the ghost of Mahatma Gandhi, because I know it'll be a peace-loving ghost, and it will be a peaceful ghost, ahimsavadi ghost. Who मुझे कुछ नहीं करेगा. I think I'll go with that. Yeah.
Awesome. And we could learn a thing or two from him, yeah?
Could learn something. Yeah.
Totally agree with that. And also now the questions from your fans. One is, you were a stand-up artist in Bhagbini, an obsessive lover in Ranjana, an unapologetic, strong-headed woman in Veere. Is the off-reel Swara like any of her characters?
Well, probably like all of them. I think that I'm not an obsessive lover. I don't think I'm obsessive, but yeah, I can be quite a clinger. And I find it hard to fall out of love. That's for sure. I have an element of... I'm not a stand-up comic by any means, but I enjoy telling stories about myself in a self-deprecating sort of manner, and like trying to get a reaction from the people who are listening. So I suppose I have a little bit of that. And yeah, I'm a bit of a brat like Sakshi. I don't have that much money, but I definitely want all that attitude and that swag of Sakshi. I think I do think that I have the confidence. I am a fairly confident person. So yeah, I do share that with Sakshi. I think that every character you play, you give it something of yourself. And that's really the only way to be able to get into a character. Not to say that you should make it who you are. No. We all have to create a different character, but I always think that you have to, this is my formula. I have to find one thing in any character that I play that I can relate to, that is common to me. It just has to be one thing. It could be something as stupid as both our favorite color is pink or black or whatever.
Wow.
Not that, but like just one thing. I just need a key, and that becomes like my key to enter. So like in the case of, for example, in the case of Payal, from Tanu as Manu, and it's actually, I've always felt it's the character that's most unlike me, because I'm not that girl. And initially the way it was written, I always felt that I'm not that, I'm not that good sensible girl. I was always more of a Tanu. But to find, I was like, what do I find in Payal? And I found her temper. And I was like, that yeah, I get irritated with my friends like this when they are behaving like fools. So I know that I that feeling I have, that, like, are you an idiot? Like, don't you understand? Like, that kind of thing. So you just have to find one thing. And I think that, yeah, it's a good question.
That's very interesting. That's really interesting. So another question for you is, if the world could forever remember or erase one of your work from their minds, which one would you want it to be?
As of now, I want the world to forever remember Anarkali Avara, and Nilbate Sonata. And if they could erase... No, I don't want to erase anything. I'm a big believer in archiving. I'm a big archivist. I do not delete. I keep everything. I have like letters and cards from like Valentine's from like class 8 and 9. I don't put anything away. So I'm a big believer in yeah, maybe they could erase a couple of stupid tweets.
I know. आजकल लोग screenshot करके रखते हैं, and when you've deleted it, suddenly comes up, "Hello, madam, we have it here."
Yeah.
Which is so true. So what's your reaction or way of responding when people give more weight to your statements or stances rather than focusing on your work? Do you think that gets very bothersome कि मेरे काम के बारे में बात करो, हर चीज मेरा opinion?
Yeah, I think that what I mean, I think that of course I have contributed a little bit to that myself because I just don't shut up. But I think that I do sometimes feel like people have to. I think that the thing that bothers me a little bit sometimes is that people they forget that I'm a real person. Like people just assume that you're just a Twitter. You exist only on Twitter or only on social media. And I think that people sometimes forget that I'm a real person with like a regular real life and like real feelings and like, you know, I mean, my whole life's be all and end all is not Twitter battles. And of course, like I mean, of course, I also don't back down. But it would be nice if occasionally people will remember that, you know, there's a real person here with a regular life. Like I don't spend my whole life on Twitter trying to ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya, wo ho gaya. Sometimes when people are like, oh, why didn't you say anything about that thing? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I didn't see it. Maybe I wasn't there. Maybe I was working. Maybe I was on vacation. Like, hello, like, you know. So I find it very like slightly bizarre. But yeah, I think that I have this year actually I've become a lot more conscious of this that I because I had these 3 releases and I was like, this is the thing. My primary identity is as an actor. Even though I'm in the news often for other things, but the only reason I'm in the news is also because I'm an actor. People are only interested in what I'm saying because, you know, it's a person from Bollywood speaking up, and traditionally Bollywood has been seen to be silent or whatever. I mean, there's another debate. I don't want to get into that. But so I think that I always remember that my first identity is that of an actor. But I think that, yeah, people do forget that sometimes, and partly it's my fault. So I think that it's a good idea to work on that and always remind people that, dude, I'm an actor first, you know?
True. And following that, somebody's asked this question, Jasmine has asked, does sometimes having a strong opinion impact, you know, people approaching you for work, and do they feel that a strong woman?
It does. It does. It has it, and people have said this to me in as many words. And but it's fine. I've decided that that's a collateral that I've. You know, I always say this. I'm not a paid influencer. I'm not even a social media influencer in that sense. I'm someone who's speaking up for things I believe in, and I only speak about the things that I care about. Like it's not like I don't have an opinion. You know, I didn't. And I don't know if people, I didn't say a word about demonetization because I didn't understand it. Yeah. I just didn't understand what the hell happened. I'm not an economics student. So, I mean, I feel bad for the social consequences of it, but I have no opinion. If you ask me, I really don't have an opinion on it. But the things I do know about, I do have an opinion on that. And because I'm speaking from a place of conviction, I'm okay to bear that brunt. I'm okay to, you know, bear that little bit of damage because of, you know, whatever controversy or whatever it has. So I'm like, yeah, theek hai. I mean, I chose this path, so I'll walk it now. And then you take what comes on the path. I mean, I have a termination letter that actually says the words, because of your participation in CA and RC protests, you have bought disrepute to our brand, and please, and we are terminating your contract. So now, like, what do? I'm not going to, like, you know, I'm not going to not show up for the causes that I believe in.
Absolutely. More power to you. Yeah. So somebody has asked that you're one actor who's actually can't be bracketed because you've played diverse characters. Is that a conscious decision?
Absolutely. When I came into Bollywood, everyone told me, you can't do this, you can't do that, this rule, that rule. And I was just like, I don't want to keep waiting for that one perfect launch or that one perfect role. So I was like, I will do the work I get. And my first release was not even a big launch. I mean, people don't even know the name of my first release. It was actually Madho Lal Keep Walking. And of course, Tanu Weds Manu became my break film. But and I've done everything that heroine aspirants are told not to do. My big break is me playing the best friend of a heroine, which everyone says you should. At that time, everyone would be like, don't do that, because then you'll be typecast as the heroine.
As the best friend.
My second big film, Ranjana, was me playing the jilted lover, which again, people say that heroines should not be they should always get the hero. My third big film was me playing a sister to Salman Khan, which nobody wanted to do that role. My next big role was playing the mother of a 15-year-old when I was like, 27 or 28 myself. So actually playing an age group older than yourself, which again is like blasphemous in is so called career. Somebody told me that Nilbate would be career suicide. They actually use those words.
Oh.
Then Anarkali was like this, tacky sounding film about and playing this like really like slightly slutty, potty mouthed character again, like kind of like nobody goes down that road. So, and of course, Viredi Wedding had a freaking vibrator. So I think that I think my philosophy was that if you break all the rules, then no rule applies to you. So then what box will they bracket you into when you don't fit into any box? So then you can just create your own identity. And I think that touchwood has ended up happening in my case. And I feel very lucky, which is that, I have a small body of work, but it's memorable.
True.
And yeah, I think that's what, ultimately that is the only thing that will live beyond us will be our work. So
true. So which is one more genre that you want to tick off your bucket list? What's on your bucket list? Something that you really want?
A biopic and a historical. I've done neither ever.
So on who? A biopic on who? And a historical?
I mean, the biopic that India is trying to make is Indira Gandhi. But of course, I don't know. It really needs someone who's sensitive and aware and politically conscious and, balanced to make that. But yeah, that I think that is one of our most fascinating characters in our modern history.
True. And historical figure other than Mrs. G, anybody?
Figure, I really want to play I want to play like some kind of a king or queen kind of a character, like a warrior kind of character once in my life.
रानी झांसी सही रहेगा वैसे उस
नहीं बस भैया एक रानी झांसी ने काफी जिसे कहते हैं ना काफी जंग छेड़ रखी है सो थैंक यू we'll settle for lesser
हाँ तो हाँ let me also do my research यार Jodha Bai I can't see you as Jodha Bai. It needs to be someone a little more aggressive. Let me look around and I'll tweet. Let's see what should Swara play.
So cute.
Anyways, looking forward to this. Now, since you have 4 boys whom you're spooking, but who are the 4 people you would choose to spook like Mosam, if you had to?
I would spook. I don't want to spook my mother because she'll get too worried, and I don't want to trouble her. I already harass her so much. My father would not get spooked. I'd like to spook my brother because he's a bloody pain and is always harassing. I'd like to spook my whole team actually. I'd like to spook my manager. I'd like to spook my brother. I'd like to spook my
bichare.
One of them is on this. And I would like to... not bichare because they keep troubling me. So this will be my prank on them. So yeah,
nobody in the industry, nobody amongst your filmy friends you want to spook.
I can spook Sonam, but she'll probably catch me.
Exactly.
I would like to... who else do I want to spook? I don't think Shah Rukh sir will get spooked. He's too cool. And Sonam would be actually a decent person to spook.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Lovely chatting with you. But your favorite horror film?
My favorite horror film is Sixth Sense. That, I mean, I jumped out. I literally physically my bum was off the chair when that end scene happened. Like I had a physical reaction. It is such I can never forget that film.
Awesome. Lovely chatting with you. Looking forward to आपके कमरे में कोई रहता है. वैसे पता कौन सी पिक्चर का गाना है ये?
Actually, it's in 70s की film ना. I don't remember. Which is the film?
आपके कमरे में कोई रहता है यादों की बारात.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
With Neetu
Thank you for that trivia.
All right. Thank you so much. All the very best. Keep inspiring. Bye. Thanks so much. Bye.